about the cool stuff that's out there. Like so both of you made active choices instead of like stumbling into, I don't even know how you necessarily stumble into IRL. You made active choices to move in the direction of IRL content creation. What did you, well, you don't necessarily have to answer these particular questions, but like, what did you then and what do you now feel is the value of IRL? Like, why is it worth streaming and why is it worth watching? Like, what kinds of things are happening in this space? Are there unique connections being made for people who can't or don't leave their homes? You know, because that's a lot of us. Like, we're becoming more aware of and finding ourselves more insular socially. Where do you find the value of IRL?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do you want to go?
You go ahead. All right, I'll go. It doesn't matter.
I think if you look at any IRL streams and like clips from them, which is generally like the clips and the viewership on them is going to give you an idea like what people, I guess, kind of like to get out of it. Normally, sure. It's interactions with strangers in some way, shape, or form, or some type of like, you know, random element that enters the broadcast, or if it's like some crazy environment, you know, something new. You know, like I could be, you know, walking around streaming and like some random guy comes up, says something crazy, like people thought it was funny, you know, and there's clips of it and this, that, and the other thing. So yeah, I don't know, just the chance of something new and unforeseen coming. I think that's a big allure. I mean, aside from like some type of like, you know, just seeing new and interesting things. Like, you know, with V's like traveling and all, checking out all kinds of landmarks and crazy historic stuff, you know?
Yeah. V?
And for me, I've always had a community oriented channel. So for me, it's like, you know, things that we get to do together. And so before I was a flight attendant, so I love traveling the world. I've always loved to share my passions with my channel, and that's a big passion of mine. And not everybody can have the means, or not everybody has the means or may want to do certain things, but they can see it through your eyes and experience it with you. And that's so valuable. For example, when I was doing my New York streams, not everybody can handle the crowds of New York, but behind your screen, you get to experience what it's like going through New York through my eyes. Because I always, for one, I have it on like my point of view vision. That's the main thing I like to do, like to make you feel like you're there. And they get to experience it with you. They get to see your joy. Like for me, I have so much joy doing this. So and I do things kind of differently. You know, I go anywhere from hiking to enjoying a sunset to letting people enjoy the ambiance of something. So I think those experiences are invaluable for those who can't always get the means to do them. And you get to share them with your community. So you're not even necessarily doing it alone, but you're with a whole community. And I think there's so much value in that.
For sure. I mean, that's the magic of streaming, right? Is like we get to make these connections with streamers, you know, and vice versa, streamers with viewers, where it's a very intimate setting. You feel like you get to know that person, and then being able to like, you know, you're like traveling with them and you're like going on experiences instead of just like sitting on your screen. It's like another level of interaction and like getting to know someone, right? It's kind of like seeing like, if you saw like a celebrity in real life, you're like, oh, they're just a normal person too, and they're just walking about kind of thing, right?